to the first official episode of Behind My Vinyl as a part of the What I'm Spinning Facebook page. I want to talk today about one of my favorite bands, and since we're heading into the Christmas season, one of my favorite Christmas albums. Not my favorite, but it's one of my favorite. And it's a band that I've seen in concert twice. The band is Over the Rhine, and you may not have heard of them. They're kind of a folksy, bluesy, rootsy type of music. And that's really doing them a disservice. I'm not describing them really the way they should be described. In fact, Billboard Music lists them as being country, and they are not traditionally country in any way. But I did get a chance to see Over the Rhine twice. Once at the Uptown at the Nauer Center in Westchester. That was April 20th, 2019 was the last time they were in the area. And then 2 years prior, I saw them at the Sellers Theater in Sellersville. Fantabulous venue. And then we had a beautiful restaurant there. My wife and I ate with John Book, a friend of mine, and Kendra, his wife. And both times we've seen them with John and Kendra, and it's been a fantastic experience. The album that I want to talk about today is Over the Rhine, Blood Oranges in the Snow. I love the artwork and the simplicity of this cover. You can hear it kind of maybe in the background behind you. I don't want to get copyright infringement on this video, so it's kind of low key. On the back, you'll see I did get them to sign it. I bought this album actually at their concert. But some fabulous tracks. Blood Oranges in the Snow, If We Make It Through December, and Bethlehem, and First Snowfall. Fabulous tracks on this album. When I started collecting, I was fascinated by colored vinyl, but really my first collections didn't have any colored vinyl in them. But Over the Rhine gave me this nice orange vinyl. Look at that, isn't that pretty? It's called Blood Oranges in the Snow, so I think there's a little bit of an intentionality on it. But I love the color of this vinyl and the way it looks. It's kind of sweet. So it's not the only colored vinyl I own. And it's not the only Over the Rhine Christmas album I own, although one of my favorite albums, The Longest Night of the Year, that I owned on CD is not available on vinyl. It's actually just a 6-track. It's one of my favorite Christmas CDs of all time. So I'm waiting for them. Over Rhine, if you're paying attention to this, get on that. I need that on vinyl. But they have another one called Snow Angels that I'll probably talk about in a future episode because I really like it. I do want to share a comment that came through off the first episode I posted, I guess the pilot or the pre-episode, by Sarah R. Maston. She is a music teacher at our school. God bless her in the midst of COVID and the pandemic situation. But she just wrote that she loves vinyl and teaches about vinyl and how vinyl records really got their name. She shared that records are made with polyvinyl chloride, which is where they get the name of vinyl from. They're made actually from the same compound they get the name from, vinyl. We can talk in a future episode about how records are made. It's actually quite fascinating. But I'm glad that she's teaching that in the high school and bringing a whole new generation to this vinyl resurgence that's been happening. Little note, I did grow up on vinyl. My parents played vinyl all the time. Many soundtracks, I have memories of Christmas albums. In fact, I have some of their Christmas albums that my parents owned, and I'll be sharing them as a little bit of the story behind the vinyl, behind my vinyl. So thanks for tuning in, and if you like it, just leave that in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you have questions for me about my vinyl collection or about anything I'm talking about, let me know. Or if you want me to talk about something in particular, let me know that as well. Thanks for tuning in.